Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome
Hello.
to the UVL Day 2 of the 90-Day Challenge. So today we are going to be talking about the topic, which is share your background and what inspired this journey. So we're going to be sharing that with you, Patsy and I. So it's going to be more like an interactive conversation between Patsy and I. But
Yes.
first, let's introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm the face of the Facebook business page, Sandy Caballero, Sandy to Empower Lives. I was born in Panama. I came to Canada when I was in my 13 years old. Um, so now I reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I work in the movie industry and I'm a digital business owner. Back to you, Patsy.
Yes. Yes. My name is Patsy, and I'm a mother of four and grandmother of nine. But I have nine grandchildren, and I'm came from Brunei, but now I am in Alberta, Canada. And
Thank you, Patsy.
my business page is my face of my business page is Joe Pat Blessings dot yeah.
Yeah, joepadblessings.com. It's
Yeah,
on the
dot
screen too, same as the website.
yes,
Um, so our topic is share your background. So we're gonna start with sharing a little bit of our background.
yes,
So we are both from Canada, correct, Patsy? You're from Canada
yes.
too?
We are from Canada.
Yes. I'm from British Columbia, Canada, which is the west side of Canada, and Patsy is from Alberta, which is
Hmm.
the province besides Canada.
Yes.
So I came to Canada when I was 13 years old. But I first arrived to Montreal, Quebec. So I did all my high school in French. And after finishing my high school, I came to British Columbia. So that's where I reside now. What about you, Patsy?
Yes, I came to Canada in 1989, and I only have three children, but now I have four, born in
Wow.
1991. So I had four, and
Nice.
yes, I was a home care uh, personal attendant, and I retired at 60.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, Patsy, that we both arrived at the same year because I also arrived to Canada in 1989. I came to Canada in 1989 in July. What about you? What month? Do you remember what month that you came?
Yes, in July.
Oh, we both came. Oh my God, what a coincidence.
I
Same year,
remember.
same month. Wow, that's interesting. So for me, I was a teenager when I came to Canada. Well, I was in my preteens, if you say like I was 13. So I did all my high school in French. That's why I speak three languages: Spanish, French, and English. Um, but then after I finished high school, I moved to Canada, and that's when I learned English in here in British Columbia. And then just to give you a little bit of background, how I end up being in the movie industry, just keep it short, not too long. Um, when I was a little girl, but I was probably like 8 years old. I was in the living room, and then I remember, I used to love to watch the Disney movies, the old ones. And the reason why I love to watch it is because, like movies is like an imaginary world that you can create.
Mhm.
So I watched the movie and I say, one day I will work in a movie industry, but I never thought that I was going to come true. So how I ended up working in the movie industry? Well, uh, it was a setback actually because after I finished high school, I was trying to get into a university here in British Columbia, but because I studied in French, I had to do a TOEFL test, which is the test of foreign language. Even though I was in Canada, that's the funny part.
Yes.
Um, so after I think I tried so many tests, and the last one that I did, I passed all the requirements except for one test. I was like 1 point less. But because of that setback, I wasn't able to join the university. But I think I'm grateful because um, I think if I would being accepted I was going to study something that I didn't really like. Um, and for that, I'm grateful, because, I cannot reroute me to where I am right now, like working in the movie industry, because of that, I went after that, to a movie school. It was too expensive, even taking, a student loan to study. I couldn't afford it because I had to put extra money from my pocket. So I decided to go in another route. So I study the program that is called Stagecraft, which is like a theater technician. Um, and then after I finished that program, I was looking for work. But then again, I got another setback. They were asking for experience, and I didn't have the experience except for the one that um the projects that I did in the college. So one day I was in this office. I used to go to this office to look for work every day, and one day I found this pamphlet on the table. And then I pick up the pamphlet, and then I saw it was Directors Guild of Canada. So I say like, oh, it's about the movies. So let's give it a try. So I went to the office. I went to, and find out information. So I fill out all the paperwork required. I submitted my paperwork, and then like 3 days after, I got I got a call to go to work.
Oh,
Yes,
interesting.
yes.
Interesting.
Yes, and then the first day, when I went to the work, and I remember I was on the street, because at the time I was working on set, and I remember that flash, when I used to be a little girl, and saying like, one day I'm gonna be working in a Disney movie. Well, I didn't work that movie. That project wasn't a Disney movie, but I got to work in the movie industry. So that was like a dream come true in a way, But it's kind of like reroute you, So setbacks guide you to where you're supposed to go. So
Yes.
that's interesting. Do you have a similar story,
Yes.
Patsy?
Yes. I always like to be a movie star. To be honest with you, yeah, I always dream and always like to be a movie star, but I never got the chance. But you know, someday, one day, never know. I do the parts, background. But anyway, yeah.
Yes. There's some movies in Alberta. There's some movie productions in Alberta that
Oh,
happens.
is that
Yes.
so? Oh, we would
Yes.
love to
Just
push
need to
somebody,
find
eh?
the agency for the extras, you know.
The extra. Yeah, I don't mind doing the extra. That'd be interesting. How you want to achieve your dream, and you had your dream and it come true.
Yes.
That's
And
interesting.
there's a lot of people, like I know a story of an extra that was working in one of the it was a Viking movie,
Mm-hmm.
and he was in the crowd, but I don't know, he did something that the director actually liked it, and guess what,
Yeah.
he turned out to be an actor for that movie just because of that. Yeah, so
Interesting, huh?
you never know,
Yeah,
but
yeah, you
you
never
might,
know, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
you might get to be that.
Yeah.
So what about you? What is a little bit of your background, Patsy?
Oh, my background, I in fact I was looking after my elderly dad while I
Hmm.
retired. So my dad only passed away last year at 93. He
Wow.
August he passed away. So that's why I'm more free now to do whatever I like.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
um what else? Okay, so we talk a little bit of our background. How many languages do you speak? Just so
I
the
speak I think three: Malay, English, Mandarin. Oh,
wow, that's a lot of languages. Is it hard to learn all those languages?
Mandarin not say so fluently, but at least I know some. You see, I can speak Malay, my national language. Not very fluent also, but I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like apa kabar is how are you?
How are you? Abakabar?
Apa kabar?
Abakabar.
Mm, yes.
Oh, nice.
And what about you? Have how many languages do you speak?
I speak three languages. I understand a fourth one. I understand Portuguese, but I don't speak Portuguese. I could have learned Portuguese, but I didn't. And the reason why I understand Portuguese is because my sister-in-law, she's from Brazil. So
Mm,
when I was staying in Montreal, I was staying with them. So that's why um, I was surrounded, by the language. Um,
yes,
like I said, at the time, I was not interested to learn the language, so I could understand, and I know some words. When they started speaking, I started picking it up. But at the time, I wasn't interested, but now I am. I wish I could have learned it. Uh,
yes, yes.
but you know, we learn, as I
Never,
guess, from our
never too,
mistakes.
never too old to learn.
Yes, it's true. Yeah, one language that I would love to learn is Italian, because I love the fluid, the how they it's like a like
Yes,
a music, So I would like to learn Italian.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what else? I know you love to travel, right?
Yes, I love to travel. I do to travel a lot.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And you also love camping and nature, fishing.
Nature.
You love fishing.
Yes.
What kind of fish do you fish when you go fishing?
I go fishing, whatever fish there is, any kind of fish. Jackfish. Oh,
Jackfish.
yeah. Pickerel. I like pickerel.
Oh, nice. Are you good catching fish?
Um, I did catch one fish, but we had to let go.
Oh, yes, because there is a
Yeah,
requirement.
there's a certain length, had to let
Yes,
go.
nice. Okay, so we share a little bit of our background. Um, so now the second question is, what inspired this journey? Okay, so for me, why did I end up, joining the online business? Is because, again, it was another setback. Last year, our film industry got a strike. And usually, the strike doesn't last that long, but for this one, it was around 8 months. It started like in May all the way to almost December. And usually, by December, we only work the first the first 2 weeks of December. Are you okay? Okay, so um, okay, um, so so what inspired me? Actually, I've been looking for a business like this for a long time because I I was looking for a portability business, but I couldn't find something like that. So I kept working in the movie industry. Um, I used to see all the YouTube, like all the digital nomad, and I wanted to do something like that. But then, I didn't know how they did it, so I I last year, because of the strike, which was a setback, it turned out to be a blessing because I had to look for something, in the meantime. And when I found this opportunity, actually, I was about to join another business. But when I saw it, the ad, it piqued my interest, and then I watched the whole webinar. And when I watched the whole webinar, I saw that, was the type of business that I was looking for, because like I mentioned, I love the portability of the business, the flexibility, because those were one of the two, especially, have aging parents. And right now, they're independent, but I want to be able to spend time with them, do the things that they love and that kind of stuff. And, when the time comes, I'll have to take care of them. So I want to be there for them. When working in my job, it wasn't going to be possible because of the long hours that I work Monday to Friday. So yeah, so I was looking for something. So when I found this, it was like a blessing for me, even though, because of the setback, it was a blessing. So because it checked all the boxes that I was looking for. So yeah, I love to travel. So, it's a business that allows me to take my business with me, and I can do it from anywhere. It works behind the scenes. It has the flexibilities, it arranged to your own schedule because you set up your own hours.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, so when I saw and the community, I love the community,
Mm-hmm.
so many people that you meet around the globe, you meet them online, and then eventually, when you go to the conventions or the meetups, you get to meet them in person. So hopefully I get to meet you in person one day, Patsy.
Yeah. One day.
So I mean, we're not that far away. So maybe who knows, maybe this year, at the end of this year, or maybe next year, I get to meet you. So
Yeah.
let's see. So what about you? What made you to join this journey?
To join this journey is a good question. It's mainly I would like to pay off my mortgage, my
Mhm.
house mortgage, and secondly is my have financial freedom to
Mhm.
take vacation with my family together.
Yes.
Is
Hmm.
is my strong why that I have
Yes.
this. It's a
Yeah.
so nice of family to get together and
Yes.
travel together.
Yes. I totally agree. Yeah, that's one of the things that I miss too.
Yeah, and also the nice thing is that the community that I meet, all the global and different parts of the world, and get to communicate with them, and it is very nice and to learn things,
Yes. The
a lot
knowledge
of
that you
things to
get.
learn,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, I totally agree, because even though, I had some knowledge of things, I learned so many new things in this
yeah,
business, and I keep
yeah,
learning. We never stop learning, really,
yeah,
in life.
never stop. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned something that I also wanted to do is retire early, and have that
yes,
financial independence. Yeah.
hmm,
So that's one of the reasons why, also inspired this journey.
yes,
And yeah, like you mentioned, like spending time with the family, that's one of the things that I miss, because my family, like I'm only here in Canada with my parents. My sister
oh,
lives in Tampa, my brother lives in California. So um to get together is kind of hard, but last I think yeah I think last year we had the opportunity, not all of them we were together, but we had the opportunity to be together. And I love that, when we all family get together, especially, on Christmas. I like to see the table, alone, and everybody sitting there,
yes, yes,
I love that feeling.
yes,
But yeah, like I say, unfortunately, my family's apart, but yeah, that's one of my dream, that, get together, travel together, as a family, and experience those good memories, that we can remember.
okay,
So yeah. Let's see what is for tomorrow.
yes,
Tomorrow, we will be talking about, so day
um,
3. Let me just make sure here. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Yeah.
define your goals and objective for the challenge.
Oh yes. So yeah. So tomorrow we're gonna be talking about that. Define your goals and objectives for the challenge. So you're gonna see us tomorrow again, where we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be talking about that and sharing that with you.
Yeah,
So okay, so we have arrived to the end of our UVL day 2 of the 90-day challenge. So
yes,
until the next UVL day 2, I mean day 3 actually. So
day
see you
three.
tomorrow for day 3 of the UVL day challenge. Bye everyone. Good
Bye.
night.
Bye, everyone.